Alright, so welcome back everyone. In this video we're going to be doing another Mopar Monday. As I promised, I do have a really good Mopar Monday. I've got a lot of really cool stuff to check out. Starting with this AutoWorld 1964 Plymouth Barracuda. Now this is a very special car and very important car in my collection, and we'll get into why. Next, we've got a 69 Dodge Charger RT. We finally found a 69 Charger. This is clearly supposed to be the General Lee, but I think Warner Brothers pulled all the licensing for any General Lee anything because of the controversy with the Confederate flag, but we'll stay out of the politics. We talk about cars on this channel, not politics. We've got a 69 Plymouth Roadrunner. From the 1968 Los Angeles Times Grand Prix. This is another one, a hobby exclusive that I found at my new hobby shop, as well as this one. This is a 73 Plymouth Roadrunner, 73. So you're starting to get into the emissions era there in 73, but still a really cool looking car and a great color too. I like that kind of mint green. And then last, all the way on the end here, we've got another Plymouth Satellite. This is a 68 Plymouth Satellite, and if you look really closely, you can see a GTX emblem on the side there. So this is the GTX wagon. So, first of all, we will get into this AutoWorld Barracuda because I have been itching to open this up since I got it. I did find this online as opposed to the rest of the cars in this video, which I got from the hobby store I've been going to, but I found this guy online, and for good reason. So one of the first cars that my father ever owned was a 64 Barracuda, and I remember as a little kid, anytime we go to like a toy store or a hobby shop or something and look at all the little, you know, die-cast cars and model cars and everything, we would always look for a 64 Barracuda, and we could never, ever find one. In fact, I have here two Johnny Lightnings, a 67 and a 68, I believe. Yeah, 67 and a 68 Barracuda. These were both given to me for my collection from my dad, and these were as close as we could find to a 64 all throughout my childhood. So finally found a 64 with that nice big bubble back window. It's like 14 square feet or something like that of pure glass. So without any further ado, we will get this guy out of the box. Would you look at that thing? That is awesome. Absolutely awesome looking. And I just gotta say this, I'm so glad that AutoWorld made this, so like I can rest assured that the tires are gonna be round and everything's gonna be, you know, really high quality casting, good quality control with these, no blemishes on it or anything like that. So we've got the hood open here to expose our 273. I think it was a 273 is what I read. I know it was a 4.5 liter V8, making about 180 horsepower, but in later years you could get a slightly higher output. I think they bumped it up to 235 horsepower for 65 and 66, and then in 67, I believe, was the first year you could get the 318, which I believe was around 250. Don't quote me on that last one. But, so in there, though, we've got our 273. Get the hood closed there. Yeah, great looking car. So you can, right away, you can see the difference in the early 60s Barracudas versus the late 60s with the rear fenders coming down over the wheel, and that back window that wraps around. That is absolutely awesome looking. Really cool rear end. Of course, you've got your Barracuda lettering across the back there. The trim at the base of this window, if we can get in close here and take a look at the detail on that. So if you can see the trim along the window there is kind of almost looks I don't know how you would describe that, but it looks cool. And then our license plate down there says 1964. So yeah, great looking car. The Barracuda, so this is technically, although the box says 1964, this is a 1964 and a half. It was released as a half model year, right before the Mustang. And basically the Barracuda was born out of no one at Ford being able to keep their mouth shut about the Mustang. So as soon as Plymouth got wind of what they were doing, Plymouth started making their own pony car to compete with the Mustang, and they actually beat them to the punch by a few weeks as their release dates. But obviously everybody knows the Mustang took off and everybody else was left as a competitor. But the Barracuda is absolutely, I think it looks better than the Mustang personally. So absolutely awesome looking car. You can take a look at the interior there. There's not much. Pretty basic black interior. Although I do know from my dad telling me about these, the automatics had a push button transmission as opposed to a column shifter or a floor shifter. There was a series of buttons on the dashboard that you would push to select your gear. So we're not going to be able to see that on a 1/64th scale, but we know it's in there. Yeah, great looking car. I believe this is the same color as my dad's, ruby red. But so here's the little box that it came with. These older AutoWorlds seem to come with a little measuring box, scaling box, whatever you want to call it. The scale does seem to be about spot on with the Johnny Lightnings. The Johnny Lightning does seem to have like just a hair of a shorter wheelbase, but that's okay. Nice metal base underneath. Again, AutoWorld never really gives you any year, make, or model or anything on the base, but we know it's a Barracuda and we know it's a 64. Let's take a look at the card real quick here. Again, these older AutoWorlds don't really have any fun facts to go with them, but they are still really cool to look at. That is a really neat design on there. And then if we take a look at the back, we will see all 6 in release number 4. This is from, when is this from? 2016? Wow, this is an older one. So I guess I was expecting to see, because we looked at the card for the 2011 Camaro that I got, and that was what listed a 64 Barracuda, but I guess this is a different series. Just an earlier one, because this says 2016. So yeah, this is an older guy. Still really cool though, and we do have our box of cards to store here. I am starting to box them up, so I'm filling. This is the second box. There's another one up on top of my shelf there, but yeah, until I find a better storage system, I think I'm just gonna keep them in boxes, I guess. So we'll get this guy parked up. We'll probably put the other Barracudas in the parking garage with it just to get a good look at them at the end of the video. But next, we will get into our finally a 69 Dodge Charger. I have 66s, 67s, 68s, no 69s, and that's like the most popular year for the Charger. So there's your split grille in the front end. Well, let's take it out of the box and look at it. So here is our 69 Charger, all general lead up. I guess the idea with this is you buy this car and then get decals and lay a 01 and General Lee and a Confederate flag on the roof, but they're not allowed to sell those anymore. It's got everything else on it is perfect though. It's got the right wheels, the American Racing Vector SEs. It's got the push bar. If you look inside, it's got the roll cage in there, just across the roof there. Tan interior. There's our 426 Hemi under the hood there. This is, you know, the General Lee without saying the General Lee. But I don't know if I'm going to be decaling this thing up or anything. Get our hood closed there. I just really wanted to add a 69 Charger to the collection, and what better, what better Charger to do than the General Lee. I actually almost kind of like it better without the 01 and the Confederate flag, just because it looks cleaner. Not that I, have anything to say on that whole controversy, but yeah, cool looking car. So as we said, 426 Hemi under the hood, and then the 69 had the split grille. I know we talked about that a little bit when we did the 68 quite a few videos back, but you can clearly see there is a little split there. So yeah, really good looking car. Got our card here. This is another hobby exclusive, so special edition. It's called the Country Charger. And we've got good old facts. The second gen B-body Dodge Charger was redesigned in 1968, featuring Coke bottle styling with curved front fenders and rear quarter panels. The rear end featured a kick-up spoiler and a flying buttress roofline across the rear glass. And then a split grille and unique taillight design visually distinguished the 69 models from the 68. Right, so we will pull down our 68. We get the case open here. And let's grab our 7? I believe this is a 67 or a 66 Charger. So this is the styling change they were talking about. This is clearly the earlier model Dodge Chargers, and then here's the 68 Charger with the open grille as opposed to the 69, and then of course the taillights. Charger had the 68 had the twin circle taillights, whereas the 69 was a bar straight across. Let me see if I can focus on those so you can actually get a good look. There we go. That's better. So, and then of course we'll bring this around and get another good look at it. Really nice chrome trim around the windows there. That looks good. You've got your classic Charger emblem right up on the roof there. Coming around to the back, we've got dual exhaust. What is the no license plate on there? But we do have the RT letters in between the taillights there. That looks cool. Nice big ugly silver gas cap. Ugh. And take a look underneath. This is a little different base from our average Johnny Lightning, but it does say, oh, this is a Playing Mantis. This is a Playing Mantis casting. So this is a bit of an older casting that was just revived by Round 2 when they repurchased Johnny Lightning in, I believe, 2013, I want to say, but I could be wrong about that. So yeah, and then if we take a look at the back here, it does say 69 Dodge Charger was a design high point for muscle cars of the day, with its attractive curvy styling, roomy interior, and potent power plant. Considered by many to be the most beautifully styled muscle car of all time, it had the strength of bodybuilder with the looks of a supermodel. It's no wonder that over a half a century later, it's still an icon of automotive engineering and pop culture. And then it tells you a little bit about the Ultimate Johnny Lightning checklist, jlcollector.net, and all the social media nonsense. So we will get that card tucked into the box, and we will get our 3 Chargers now. So we pulled out 3 Barracudas, 3 Chargers. I guess we'll have to pull out all kinds of other stuff. Over parked up, and we will move on to our 69 Plymouth Roadrunner. Now, I do have several Roadrunners from Greenlight in my collection, but I promise I won't make us look at all of them. We'll only look at this one. So let's get it out of the box. All right, so here is our 69, not a 68, although it is, okay, never mind, we're good. It does say 1968 Los Angeles Times Grand Prix. This is a 69 model year Plymouth Roadrunner. So if I mix that up, I do apologize. But yeah, great looking car. This is an official pace car of the Times Grand Prix. We've got our hood open, nice big 426 Hemi in there. We'll get that hood closed. You can see our little Plymouth badge right there under that stripe, along with the Hemi badges on the hood scoops. And then there on the side, it says Plymouth Roadrunner Official Pace Car Times Grand Prix Riverside International Raceway. 26, 27. October 26th and 27th was the race date. Stay. Okay. Yeah, really cool looking car. I do love the Roadrunners a lot. Really nice rear end. I like those taillights. Although it does look like we've got a little bit of orange paint bleeding over onto where there should be chrome, but what do you expect? It's Greenlight. Although it does seem like they nailed the tires on this one. So that's nice to see. Yeah, really cool looking wheels on there. Do we have a plate on this? Yeah, no license plate on there. Although we should have our, yes, 1969. There we go. Plymouth Roadrunner, number 1459, apparently. Yeah, really cool looking car. So here we have our card. This is another hobby exclusive, so you're not going to find one of these in Walmart or Target or something like that. And then we have the 1968 Los Angeles Times Grand Prix, Riverside, October 26th and 27th. This was the pace car. So the Los Angeles Times Grand Prix was a sports race sponsored by the Los Angeles Times at the Riverside International Raceway from 1957 to 1987 to raise money for its charities. 1968 marked the 11th annual Los Angeles Times Grand Prix. So there you go. That's a little info about the Times Grand Prix. Pretty cool card on there. It's nice to see some fun stuff to learn and read about from Greenlight. So we'll get that card tucked into the drawer there. But yeah, really, really nice looking car. I do love the Roadrunners a lot. Of course, this is the precursor, or not precursor, but I guess little cousin of the Superbird that we've talked about plenty of times before on here. And I do have some other Roadrunners up here. I'll pull some of them down. You can see throughout the years the changes in styling. So this is I believe a 70 and a 71. 70 here and a 71 here. Yeah, I do have quite a few Roadrunners. So we will get this guy parked up and ready to go into the parking garage for later. And we will now get our 73 Plymouth Roadrunner out of the box. And once again, as always, AutoWorld proving themselves to be my favorite manufacturer. Look at the detail on that 440 in there. Nice blue engine, orange air cleaner. We've got some detail for the batteries, the intake, washer fluid reservoir. Everything is detailed in very nicely in there. That looks awesome. And we've even got a front license plate on here. It says 440RR, 440 Roadrunner. That's right. And you can even see, yes, right up there on the front is our little Roadrunner. There he is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely awesome detail from Greenlight as always. Nice green, or I just said Greenlight, AutoWorld, and very nice green interior on this AutoWorld car. We've got our 440 stripes on the hood there. Nice stripe down the side with the classic Plymouth, I guess you'd call them like little dots. see those on GTXs sometimes too. Really cool looking car. This is starting to get into the mid 70s where muscle cars were getting fat and big, but I think it's still early on enough that it was still pretty stylish and hot roddy looking. Really cool. There's our license plate on the rear. Again, 440 Roadrunner. And there is our little Roadrunner cartoon character on the back. They even got him in there. That's so cool. Oh, I love AutoWorld so much. Yeah, from so far, the Barracuda and this Roadrunner are probably my favorites from this video so far. This was, if I'm not mistaken, this is a pretty recent release. This is 2021 release. What is it? 5? Yeah, I think this is number 5 from 2021. Yeah, so pretty recent. This came out, you know, not too long ago, probably roughly November of 2021. Yeah, great looking car. What kind of tires do we have on there? Those are BF Goodrich's, BF Goodrich radials. Or are they? No, what are they? Oh, Cooper Cobras. Wow. Cooper Cobra Radial GTs. I just expected them to be BF Goodrich's. So we'll take a quick peek underneath. Nice metal base as always from AutoWorld. They do a bit more detail on their bases, I feel like, maybe. But I would like to see, as I always say from them, like a year, make, and model listed on the base. That is always nice to have a little cheat sheet there. So we'll take a look at our card real quick. We've got over here, yeah, 73 Plymouth Roadrunner. It says the 73 Plymouth Roadrunner was completely restyled from 72 with all new sheet metal. Yeah, so your 72s would look a bit more like this, the body style of this 69. Oh, we are way out of focus. And it says the 440 cubic inch engine was the top option for 1973, producing 280 horsepower. Yeah, so as you can see, 280 horsepower. A few years before, the 440s were making almost 400 horsepower. So this is really when the emissions were starting to get to them. And then there's our paint code, mist green. If we take a look at the back here, we've got a little barcode on here. Hang on. I tried to peel that off and it just started ripping the box, so we're just going to leave it be. But these are the rest of the vehicles. Oh, I'm sorry. This is release 1 from 2022. So this is from this year. We've got the 2019 Nicky Chevy Camaro ZL1, 86 Silverado K10, 75 Cadillac Eldorado, the 78 Lincoln Continental Mark V, our 73 Roadrunner there, and a 73 Ford Mustang Mach 1. That is a new casting. I was reading about this Mustang on AutoWorld's Instagram page. So when I was at the toy store that I found, he had just opened a whole box of these, and I saw it sitting there, and I was like, oh, that's the new one, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, so I had to grab that one. But, so we'll get this guy tucked away in the box, and bring this in for one more good look at it. Really sweet car. I love the color of this thing. Absolutely awesome looking. So we will get this next to the other Roadrunner over here, or behind it. And we will get into our 68 Plymouth Satellite, or GTX wagon, if you will. And get this guy out of the box. Alright, so finally, here is our 68 Plymouth Satellite, or GTX wagon. I did a little research on these guys. I couldn't really figure out if it was like a package for the Satellite, that you could get a GTX package, or if it was like a GTX wagon, you know. But 440 under the hood, putting out about 390 horsepower, like we just said. This was the late 60s, so there was no carburetors, catalytic converters choking them out or anything like that. All that emissions crap, EGR. yucky stuff. So this was quite a hot rod. You've got your nice big stripes down the side, and then down at the bottom you can see the GTX lettering in front of the back fender there. Nice hot roddy wheels on it. I do really like satellites. We have another 68 satellite, but that was the one that they decided to poke holes in the roof of for a stupid tent, if you remember that video. But I also have, this is either, I think a 69, no, a 70. So this is a 70 Plymouth satellite. A little bit different. You can kind of see the difference in the front ends there. But still really cool looking cars. Relatively the same down the side though. I'm sure it wasn't too much of an issue for Greenlight to recast that as a 68. And then we do of course have a opening tailgate or trunk, whatever you want to call it, across the back. Looks like some blemish in the paint there or something, but it should say Plymouth across the back there. As always with Greenlight, never can quite get them right. But yeah, still really cool looking car. We do not have a license plate, but we do have a trailer hitch, so I could probably hook it up to one of my stupid trailers I have now. This is part of the Greenlight Estate Wagon series. We have seen a couple other cars from this series, this being number 7, series number 7. I've always loved this this background artwork on the Estate Wagon series. So the rest of Series 7, we've got the 55 Nomad. I have one of those. I have a 70 Plymouth Satellite. I have a 76 Grand Le Mans Safari. Yeah, so it looks like we've got most of these except the 72 Vista Cruiser and the 84 Ford LTD Crown Victoria wagon. But on the back here you got some cool pictures of some of the other wagons in this series. So yeah, really neat little car. Or not necessarily little, is it? But yeah, nice red line tires on there. I don't know if we looked underneath. Did we look underneath this? This does have a metal base. Kind of basic on the details, but it does have 1968 Plymouth Satellite station wagon written there. So what do you say we get these? I've got 9 cars out right now. Let's make it 10. Bring this 70 satellite out and put it in the we'll bring the green one and we'll put it in the display case for the end of this video, because we are getting up there in time. We're almost at 30 minutes, so if you made it to the end, thanks for sticking around. So let's get those into the parking garage. Alright, so here's our 73 Roadrunner, our 69 Roadrunner, our 68 Plymouth Satellite GTX, our 69 Dodge Charger, General Lee looking Dodge Charger, and then upstairs on the top floor we've got, I think, my new favorite from this video, the 64 Barracuda, and then the 67 and 68 Barracudas, followed by the 66 Dodge Charger. I'm sorry, this was a 67 Dodge Charger, and the 68 Dodge Charger. So make sure, if you enjoyed the video, to leave a like, leave a comment, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.